What's up, boys and girls? The hardest working detractor in show business back here once. Actually, that's Snort Burnell. That's actually Snort Burnell. So, prayer hands in chat for Snort Beernell, please. Rookie of the Year detractor coming in. I can live with that. Rookie of the Year detractor coming in. I hope you enjoyed the nice picture we got here. I laughed so much earlier, man, but I hope you enjoy this nice picture I got here for you. Beautiful, beautiful. Special shout out to Intercourse Handguns. Play on the name of Sex Pistols, I'm assuming. He recommended the Back in Time song, and I went ahead and got a piece of it and clipped it out, and we're going to start the video with that and end the video with that from here on out. So we're going to take a look at 3 videos here today. I broke them down already, so we're good to go. The first one is from June of 2017. These are all going to be 2017, so we're kind of wrapping that up because the first video I put out was also 2017. This is June of 2017, and this is a story about Mort. And if you were around back then, you probably know about Mort. And this isn't Mortuary, well, whatever his fucking name was. This is actual Mort. And we got his story here we're going to look at. DSP talks a lot of shit that comes back to bite him in the ass. We're going to look at that. The second clip is going to be, it was titled Extremely Important. And I think this one was a black shirt begging video. This one was from February of 2017, I believe. And this one has some really, really good clips in it. And then the third one is going to be from Thanksgiving of 2017. Just an incredible beg. Probably the beg of the year. Even though he did it a bunch that year. And there's a classic fucking line in that one. And I promise you're going to laugh when you hear it. No thank yous for contributions this week because I guess nobody likes the content. Nobody wants to keep watching the content. And I guess I'm going to have to cancel the fundraiser, guys. Tomorrow I was going to do a fundraiser, but no fundraiser tomorrow for you guys since you don't like the content. Very sad face. Anyways, outside of that, let's go ahead and jump on into this thing.
Or you can leave a message, all right? So there's been this particular person who's been leaving me tips, small tips of $1 or $2 here or there for the past 2 months. It started in early April and has been continuing all the way through to here, all right? Now, he's been posting up his name as Mort, and his messages have ranged from normal stuff to the bizarre, like weird references to anime and things I've never heard of, and then even going even further to be insulting and saying really stupid things, insulting things about me, okay? I don't know why this guy's been doing it, but obviously this guy was trying to troll me, alright? So, here's the deal, folks. About 3 days ago, this guy, I'm not exaggerating here, tried to do a chargeback dispute on PayPal for 112 tip transactions, totaling over $200, okay? Now, if you're wondering how that works, basically what he did is he went to PayPal and he said, these were invalid. I didn't give authorization for these. It's like, basically he tried to lie and say that a credit card had been stolen or something, okay? Now, first of all, I just want you to think about the logic of this. It wasn't like it was 1 or 2 transactions where maybe someone lost their credit card or someone stole the credit card and, okay, maybe 1 or 2 transactions got through and those kind of look legit for a stolen credit card transaction. It was 112 transactions over the course of 2 months, okay? Kind of hard to swallow that someone would lose their credit card or have their credit card number stolen and not notice 112 miscellaneous transactions on their statement. I'm just saying it doesn't make logical sense, all right? It just doesn't. It's stupidity. So what this guy tried to do is basically tried to get his money back. He had all these on-screen notifications and cheers and trolling messages on all my content for the past 2 months. And he's like, I'm going to get my money back now. I'm going to screw Phil over. What this guy doesn't realize is that PayPal doesn't fuck with that shit. PayPal don't play that. PayPal is not going to be screwed out of money because this idiot thinks that he can commit 112 acts of perjury. Because that's actually what it is. It's perjury. When you file a false claim like that, you're actually committing perjury. And FYI, if you commit 1 act of perjury, you can go to jail. This guy committed 112 acts of perjury in 1 day. So he's basically committing mass crimes, okay?
Basically committing mass crimes, okay? We have a fucking criminal mastermind named Mort, who's committing fucking financial genocide against Phil Burnell, obviously. Perjury. This motherfucker said 112 acts of perjury and brought up jail time. So fucking delusional, man. Mass crimes, perjury. Yes, Phil, yes. Let's fucking waste law enforcement's time to deal with your $2 chargebacks and handle these mass crimes, of course. Just saying, you probably don't want to get law enforcement involved with that shady ass fucking company you run, motherfucker. Just saying, but both of these guys are extremely fucking stupid, man. Both of them. I have to admit, DSP's smarter than Mort at this point, but they're both fucking stupid. And then he admits that it's a bunch of $2 tips. Just refund the fucking money and block them from tipping you. For fuck's sakes. And you're going to see, I hate to ruin it, but you're going to see he's going to still allow him to tip. I got something to say about that as well. And then, here's a little quote I'm going to end it on. He said, PayPal don't play that. Are you fucking kidding? Or really, Phil? Really? PayPal doesn't play that. Are you sure about that, homeboy? Are you sure about that, homeboy?
Now, he did this, and I said, well, there's no way in holy hell that I'm going to let this guy get away with this. So I disputed all those chargeback claims and said, no, this is bullshit. This guy legitimately did tips, and these are all tips that he got on-screen notifications for on my streams, and therefore no refund is due, okay? So this was 3 days ago when this happened, okay? 2 days ago, all right, 2 days ago, this guy came back on the stream the day after I had done that and did another $50 of tips, another like 30 tips. No, actually I take it back, it's around 20 tips because they were about $2 each, and he did like maybe 15 or 20 of them, okay? So he kept doing it, and he basically laughed, and he's like, oh, PayPal changed their practices, and I'm keeping the money, blah, blah, blah. And then he was joking about going to jail and all this stuff, okay? All this stuff. That was 2 days ago. Immediately, I'm not even kidding you, within a day, he claimed he did a dispute claim or chargeback on all of those, all right? So within 2 days, this guy actually committed 135 acts of perjury. 135 acts. Okay? So, that was the past couple of days. And then I think yesterday he was here, but he wasn't here all day. I think he did like one tip, and that was it. And then that was it. We didn't see him for the rest of the day. He was gone. Okay? So, of course, I also disputed the additional 20 or so claims from the second day. And I sat and waited, and you know what? Honestly, I wasn't too afraid because I knew there's all this evidence that PayPal is siding with the streamers, okay? So, last night, I got the feedback, or the final decision by PayPal, and they said, well, this person has provided no legit evidence whatsoever that anything here went wrong or that they had some kind of stolen credit card, therefore you keep the money. So I would just like to say thank you to Mort, or actually I know your real name because you may not realize this, but your real name is attached to your PayPal account. And so, I know who you are. But I just want to say thank you for over $250 in tips over the past 2 months. I told you all along, don't fuck with me. I told you all along that you're an idiot if you're doing this, and if you're trying to charge back stuff, that you're going to be in trouble. Okay? You're not very smart.
Gee, Phil, I thought you couldn't see that fucking information on PayPal. I thought you couldn't see their real information, you piece of shit. Don't fuck with me, direct quote. Don't fuck with me, I have your personal info, direct quote. I'm pretty sure that can be characterized as a threat, by the way. Somebody get law enforcement. We might need law enforcement after all. And I love it. Right at the end, I don't know if this was Mort or not, and you'll hear more about that in the next clip. But Mort tips $2 and says, say that to my face and not online and see what happens. You're a fucking idiot, Mort, but God bless you or whoever that was that sent that. And of course, as soon as DSP sees that tip, he's going to start backtracking. And, well, you'll see that in the next clip. But let's go back to the beginning of it. So, he explicitly states that Mort charged him back and he handled it through PayPal and put in disputes or whatever. And then he says the next day Mort comes back and does the same thing and fucking charges back again. So if you knew he was going to do it the second time and you know he's still doing it now, why are you accepting tips from him? Isn't that knowingly accepting fraud? Again, I had to get one of my contacts in law enforcement involved here because got something shady going on. Now it's 135 acts of perjury, by the way. And like I said, he accepted another fucking tip from him, obviously. Fucking and then all these snorts and burps going on. It's so fucking disgusting. But yeah, that thread at the end. Let's get fucking law enforcement involved. You piece of shit.
Not very smart. And I don't know what the hell you were thinking, but you basically screwed yourself over. And thank you for the money. That money will be allowing me to continue to do daily live streams and put out YouTube videos. So I appreciate that. Now, by the way, I said this the other day and I'll say it again. No, don't worry about it. I'm never going to reveal this guy's personal information. I would never be a person who would dox someone on the internet. That's fucked up. Okay? But I just want people to realize when you commit these acts of fraud or perjury, you're actually giving your real personal information out there. Like, for example, if I wanted to go to the police, I could. If I wanted to go to the FBI, I could. I have the information. But it's just not worth my time. I'm already the winner here. I've already gotten over $250 out of this guy. There's no reason for me to continue on with anything else here. I'm already the winner. You know what I mean? So I don't know what these people are thinking about. It's just, seriously, I'm just kind of scratching my head like, what did this guy think he actually got out of this? It's just stupid. It's stupidity. Well, I don't know. I mean, this guy obviously has something, a screw loose in his head. Maybe he's going to keep doing it. I mean, I see right now someone just did a $2 tip claiming that they're Mort. But you got to remember, anyone can do that. Anyone can actually say that they're someone. But at this point, this guy has to know he's not going to be able to get his money back. PayPal is not going to put up with that. They're not going to believe your bullshit. So anyone who is tipping me, beware. If you're trying to troll, I'm going to be keeping your money. And hey, maybe it is just stealth. Who knows? Maybe the guy is just a fucking weird dude and he likes trolling, but he's okay with the money. I don't know. I'm appreciative of the support. I really am. But just understand that, you know, you're not going to win. This was one of the situations where I came up on top and, you know, I just want to make it clear that, you know, screwing around with the streams and everything is in serious business and it's not to be trifled with. You're gonna end up being the loser.
No, the police are coming after me, guys. Fucking somebody hide me somewhere. No, Phil, I think you were the fucking loser at the end of the day. You fucking idiot. When it's all said and done, you're the ultimate loser. You should be on that show, Ultimate Loser, or whatever the fuck it's called. But let's go all the way back to the beginning. He says, thanks for the money, Mort. It's going to go to help my live streams and my daily YouTube. No, it's not going to go to live streams and daily YouTube videos. You fucking liar. It's going to go to mobile games. I wonder if he was more addicted to mobile games back then, or is that happening now? I wonder when the addiction was worse. Then he said, don't worry, guys, don't worry. I'm never going to dox someone. I'm not going to do anything with the information. Again, are you sure about that? Did y'all see that fucking hideous fan art going by there? The one with the water bottle? What the fuck was that, man? But yeah, going back to law enforcement, I wish you would have contacted them, buddy. Just so they could have laughed at you and hung up in your fucking face. And of course, like I said, he accepts that tip as well. And then he has the nerve to say, well, I don't know if this is Mort. It could be anybody. You just said in the last clip you could see his fucking information. And now it's, oh, I don't know. It could be anybody. They could put any name on it. Pretty sure you could check on it, buddy. Fucking loser.
Okay. All right, so I got a few more shout-outs here to give. Shout-out to... Hold on, I go all the way down here. Shout-out to the Viking, Darth Vader Viking, who did a 150-bit cheer. Shout-out to Airhead793, who did a $2 tip. Shout-out to Octo Pedre, who did a 10-bit cheer. Shout-out to Airhead, who again did another 100-bit cheer. And shout out to Alex Harvey Conrad, who did a 10-bit cheer. He said, Mort screwed himself. When will people learn? If you don't like it, get the fuck out. And then, and this is what I mean, now someone supposedly saying they're Mort did a $2 tip. But I don't know if it's the real Mort, because anyone could put any name in there when they tip. It could be someone else. Alright, Zavon just did a $10 tip. Thank you, Zavon. And he says, all I can afford to tip you this week, sorry, but... Oh, dude, you never have to say sorry, dude. Never apologize for tipping me. Are you crazy, dude? Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. But anyway, he says, also shout out to the regular stream chatters like Churdy, Viking, Dragon, and Jimba. So yes, as you've seen, guys, people who've been tipping me are getting nice on-screen notifications here. So, I hope you're enjoying the new gifts. Again, shout out to Dr. Zombies for providing these new gifts. I appreciate it. Thesaurus Boy just did a 200-bit cheer and says, trolling and tipping, why not both? Thank you to Thesaurus Boy for the 200-bit cheer. Thanks very much. Alright, so let's finish this pre-stream up, folks. I got a couple other quick things to talk about, alright? In regards to Patreon, a lot of people are asking me for an update. I'll be honest, I haven't had a chance this morning to check. As of yesterday, we had not hit the funding goal for Patreon yet. Okay, we hadn't. But we were close. And the bottom line is that I messaged all the patrons who had tried to pledge for May, but their pledges hadn't gone through. This was over $100 of patron funding that had been declined. And a few people did update their info as of last night. But I had not had a chance to check in on that as of this morning. I will check in on that over the course of this weekend, and I will let everyone know if we did actually hit the funding goal or not for May within the next few days once everything clears up, okay? The bottom line is that Sunday night I have to message the patrons anyway, so by Sunday night I have to get all that information solidified so I can message everyone who's owed a perk. So I'll let you know, okay?
Alright, and that's the last one for Mort. Quick little rundown of what happened with him. But this motherfucker here, man, starts talking about Patreon at the end there. And then he says, I have to contact people whose pledges didn't go through. This motherfucker is harassing people whose pledges hadn't gone through yet. Either they didn't pull it back or they didn't have enough money in their account. And he's hassling them. Contacting them. Hey, your pledge didn't go through, man. What's going on? What the fuck? How much of a scumbag do you have to be to do some shit like that? Got no conscience whatsoever, man. Then at the beginning of it, somebody fucking tips $10 and says, that's all I can afford to tip you this week. I'm sorry. And Phil says, you don't have to be sorry for tipping me, blah, blah. Give him the fucking money back then. If he says that's all he can afford to tip you, you shouldn't take that fucking money, dude. You want to take money because somebody says, hey, you're doing a fucking good job. Here you go, brother. I appreciate it, or whatever, sister, whatever. Not because they're fucking feeling guilty because you're begging people and talking about chargebacks, and all they have is $10 that they can afford to spend and they give it to you. Again, no fucking conscience, man. Just take, never give. Fuck's wrong with you? Anyways, that's Mort's fucking story there. Now we're going to move on to, I believe it was February of 2017. Videos titled, and all the videos will be in the description in case you want to check them out yourselves. Extremely important, and extremely was capitalized. Schedule changes and YouTube ads disaster. I refuse to give up. By that title alone, you know it's going to be fucking good. Let's see what we got.
2012, and I was doing Project 7. Those shirts barely sold. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what the solution is here. A lot of people have said, make better perks for your Patreon. And I always say, okay, sure, suggest some. And then they immediately suggest perks I can't do. Like, why don't you do a show or a vlog or something where it's private for a day or two, you only give it to your patrons, but then later on it goes public for everyone else, so it's like advanced access. Can't do it. Because already when I started with Patreon 2 years ago, I had people who hate me who said, I know what I'll do. I'll pledge to his Patreon under a different name. And as soon as he has one of those videos, I'll just fucking publicly give everyone the link and everyone will have the video from day one. Ha ha ha, fuck DSP. And that's the truth. I'm not making that up. So I can't. That's one of the things that, you know, other people do. I cannot do advanced access to videos with Patreon. It's just, I can't do it. All right. I wish I could. I can't. Some people have said, why don't I have an ongoing patron multiplayer event where patrons can pledge a certain amount and they get to play with me every month? It's a good idea, but the reason I haven't done that is because there's not always consistently a lot of good multiplayer games to play, quite honestly. I mean, take a look last year. Last year, all right, all the multiplayer games that came out, Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, Uncharted 4, Doom. At the end of the year, I did a multiplayer event. Guess what? Everyone wanted to play Overwatch and only Overwatch. It's like, well, you know, to do an event like that, plus it's a ton of work to have logistically, have everything work, and especially the schedule that I've been working, as you know, it's hard to make that work. And honestly, how many people are going to pledge just specifically for that event? We had, what, maybe 20 people who were interested and who participated in the Patreon multiplayer event at the end of the year. So to do that every month as an ongoing thing will get me, what, an extra $50? But I have to reshuffle my entire schedule to do it. I don't think that's going to honestly work. I don't, okay?
Who cares if they wanted to play Overwatch? It's not your fucking decision. It's their money, their decision. Not yours, asshole. And then he talks about, oh, I'm going to make $50 off of it. Man, if 20 people pledge at $10 a pop, that's $200 easily. Easily. And then you know there's dumbass fans of his that would pay more. Look at people like Jack's dumbass. Dude is so fucking lazy. It's minimum effort, maximum profit. And the best excuse of his was, there aren't a lot of good multiplayer games to play, and that's a direct quote. Can't make this shit up, man. He's beyond pathetic. Just fucking scared of interacting with anybody. Oh, there's not a lot of good multiplayer games. And back to the beginning. This dude's just so hung up on the trolls, man. Talking about they might release the video early, a day early or whatever, because they hate you. And did you heard that? Fuck you, DSP. So what if they release the video early, man? You're still doing it for your fucking fans. The hell? You can't co-op with people, can't multiplayer, release a video early. These people are giving you suggestions and ideas, and he's hardcore begging for money right here in this video. Hardcore, and it's going to get worse. And they're giving him suggestions, and he just can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, can't help you. Like I said, minimum effort, maximum profit.
What are other ideas? You know what I mean? Like, what are other perks? 9 times out of 10, when people say you should have better perks for Patreon, and then they tell me the perks they want, it's all stuff I can't do, you know? And it's ridiculous because you look at other people who are super successful on Patreon. Oh, well, if I reach this certain amount of funding, I'll make a special video. It's like, but that's what I do now. I make videos every fucking day. Well, what special video am I going to make? You know? I'm already doing game reviews. It's like, the events that I do as rewards for Patreon every month, those are time consuming, but I do them as a thank you to the patrons for hitting the funding. But I don't know, like, what special event could I do outside of a Patreon goal? I don't know, you know? And people suggest, like I said, it sucks because there's other people who make Patreon into such a, well, if you pledge to Patreon, you know, we're going to do a special Q&A show when we hit this certain criteria, and we're going to do this playthrough or whatever. I already do that. I already have Ask the King. I already do all that shit. Those are the perks I have now. If you pledge, you can get your questions answered on Ask the King, and you can do a private Q&A video. That's what I do now. So I don't know what else I could possibly do on Patreon that I would have time to do. Keep in mind, I'm a one-man show. That's the other problem. Oh, well, this particular group of YouTubers has a Patreon, and they have these amazing goals where they do these events. Yeah, because they're a group of fucking people. They're not one man working out of his office from Washington, you know, where they can, one person has time to work specifically on this project or whatever. I don't have that flexibility. I'm here, I gotta cover games, and I gotta be doing my own thing every day. Now I'm gonna be working even harder every day. I'm gonna be working an extra hour or whatever, so I can take that day off and unwind. But I don't know. If you have concrete suggestions for Patreon to improve it, you think more people would pledge, please, by all means. by all means. You can post them up on the forums. Again, email me, whatever. I need this feedback. I need positivity. I need support. I need basically everyone to say, this sucks. What's going on with Phil and YouTube? Let's get the word out. What's going on? Maybe we can get some extra people watching his stuff. Maybe we get people who normally wouldn't pledge to Patreon pledging. You know, last month, amazing positive outpouring. And again, I got to say thank you to everyone. You guys saved my ass in January. But again, now it's February. Worst situation now. For no fucking explanation or reason. And again, I gotta fucking find out. I'm gonna fucking hound until I get a fucking answer. Because I can't let my business go out of business because someone at fucking Google's a dipshit. And doesn't know how the fuck ads work, ad revenue, and they fucked me over. So I'm gonna find out what the fuck's going on. But that doesn't solve the immediate problem that I need income in the to make up for this lost income, okay?
How the fuck does he live with himself? How? And I use this fucking picture for a reason too. Because he should be wanted for robbery. How the fuck does he live with himself? This is a direct quote. You guys saved my ass in January. But again, now it's February. He legit said that. Go back and listen to it if you don't believe me. You guys saved my ass in January. But again, now it's February. Imagine somebody talking to you like that in real life, man. I would have left this fucking dude laying in the street. Literally, I would have left his ass laying in the fucking street, man. I can't let my business go out of business. He's so panicked and he's so just fiending for money or whatever the fuck's going on. He can't put coherent sentences together. He's stumbling all over himself. Then he said he was going to hound people to get information. He's talking about YouTube. I don't think he's talking about his MCN there at the time. He's talking about YouTube. He's going to hound people to get information. And the only people he ended up hounding was his own fans for money. Isn't it Shawn Michaels? Let's jump back to the beginning of it. He compared himself to other people with Patreon perks and all that bullshit. Those people actually do shit for their fans, man. You don't need to make yourself the victim and compare yourself to them. You're just fucking lazy and we all know it. There's nothing else he can possibly do. Oh my God. Direct quote. A one-man show. One-man show working out of his office in Washington. Again, this was February of 2017. A one-man show working out of his office in Washington sounds like a business to me. When I put up part 1 the other day, that's when he was crying about that he couldn't reveal the tax saga and the business and occupation tax saga. He couldn't tell what it was, but there was something coming. I believe that was from September, if I'm not mistaken, 2017. But here we are in February talking about a one-man show working out of his office here in Washington. Sounds like a business to me, buddy. Sounds like a business to me. Absolute joke, man. Asking for ideas and just rejects everything. But he needs more people to pledge. Pointing to his little fucking links there. Just a terrible, awful piece of shit.
So, please, watch the videos. Spread the word about the videos. Patreon. On Twitch when I'm streaming. Sub and or cheer. And ideas, whether it's Teespring, your artist, you want to maybe submit some cool t-shirt ideas, please send them my way. Or you have good ideas for Patreon goals, send them my way. This is the time. Interactivity is all-time high right now with all the stuff that I'm doing. I'm loving the people. So many people are submitting videos now for KO Gaming. It's crazy. Right now, if I have time right now, I'm going to edit one. Thank you for that. I love this. And this is what I mean. I almost feel like right now, I get the best relationship with my hardcore viewer base. Like, the people who are watching my stuff are loving this stuff so much. They like what I'm doing. A couple years ago, I felt like it was the opposite. People thought I was doing everything wrong and I wasn't listening, and now it's like the opposite. And now this shit happens with YouTube. It's like when it just won't leave me alone, right? Either one group's upset, okay, I'm going to improve myself. I positively improve myself. Things are turning around. Oh, YouTube fucks me in the ass with ad revenue. Fuck this. No, I'm not putting up with this shit. No more. No fucking more. I'm going to find out what's going on. But in the meantime, please do what you can to help. All right? So, on Twitter, at the end of this week, I'll let you know what day I'm going to start working earlier. I'll also let you know the days that I'm going to have off. so you know when to not expect the stream, all right? Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll see you all on stream. All right, tomorrow I'm actually finishing up Neo on stream, which is going to be pretty crazy. I heard the ending is insanely difficult. Great, so more rage. Yeah, I know you want to see that. So, that's tomorrow, and let's play it from here. All right. Thank you so much to everyone for your support. All right, for just watching the video, and I love it, and I love doing this as a job. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to fail at something when I'm not failing. People are watching this stuff. They're liking this stuff. This is good. Feels improving. I'm getting all positive feedback. And then lower income thanks to YouTube. Enough is enough. And if it comes to the point where I'm going to have to demand a fucking personal call with YouTube management to get an answer out of the horse's fucking mouth why they can't do their jobs, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get you all the answers because I've had enough of this shit. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm going to say, 8 years of my fucking life, I worked for you. I gave you free content on YouTube, you motherfuckers. For you to have shit on your website, right? Never, what the fuck? It's not like, it's certainly not like they put out their own content to make their fucking website popular. I was one of the people who spearheaded the raw reactionary style Let's Plays on YouTube. A lot of the shit that you see now is derivative of my work. That I started on YouTube from 2008 to 2012. I was one of the first people to do playthroughs like that. From the hip, shooting from the hip, not a walkthrough, right? I was one of the first people to become popular doing it, is what I should say. I wasn't one of the first people who did it, but I was one of the first people who became popular doing it and then was able to monetize his videos and make a living doing it. That made it all possible for tons of other people to come after me and become way bigger and better than me. That's fine. I never asked to be big and rich and famous. I just want to do my own little fucking thing and be able to pay my fucking bills and not every month have to deal with more bullshit from people who fucking can't do their goddamn jobs. I swear to God, I'm going to have them by the fucking balls. All right. I'm going to calm down now. That's it, everyone.
He has to be on drugs. He fucking has to be on drugs. He's going to, quote, demand a personal call with YouTube management and get an answer out of the horse's fucking mouth. I'm gonna get it, unquote. Well, gee, Phil, I wonder why YouTube just fucking ignored you. Wonder why they just said, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And by the way, welcome back to YouTube, buddy. We've missed you. Welcome back. He gave them free content for 8 years. I'm pretty sure you got massively overpaid, you jackass. And it's real convenient how he left that out. He was a ranting and a raving. And he left out how overpaid. $1 million easily off of YouTube. Easily. And he left that out. Real fucking convenient. And it's also not YouTube's fault that you didn't save any of it, you dipshit. I put myself in a ton of debt to get here. Do you remember that? Do you remember that I put myself in a ton of debt to get here? Going back to the beginning, the fucking fearmonger of them coming out. Positivity is at an all-time high. You guys are telling me that you're loving this, and now we're going to lose it all thanks to YouTube. You could put this in a fucking pre-stream today, and it would be the same fucking thing. Positivity is at an all-time high. You guys are telling me that you're loving the content. I'm changing, I'm interacting, I'm better, and now we're going to lose it all. Just like he's going to lose the house, lose the business, lose his wife. Piece of shit. He's so fucking fake, man. And then did you catch that little part where he said he's playing Neo tomorrow and he heard the ending is really difficult. So great. It's going to be more rage. I know you guys want to see that. That's a direct quote. He's so fucking fake. Garbage, man. Fucking here's the garbage man again. Garbage man. Coming for your garbage. Today's garbage day. Let's see what else we got.
That's it, everyone. Thank you for your support. I'll let you know when the schedule is going to change on Twitter soon, in a few days. All right? And whatever you can do, whether it's Patreon, whether it's Twitch support with subs or whatever, whether it's something else, please, now is the time. Let's get through this and let's hope, fucking God, let's hope that YouTube gets back to me and says, oh, okay, we fucked up. Something happened and this is why the ad revenue is so low, but it's going to get fixed or whatever. Something's got to give. And I'm not giving up on my business after 8 years. I refuse. These motherfuckers are going to figure out what they did wrong and they're going to fucking fess up, because I'm not. I refuse to go away when I didn't fail. You know, yeah, I've done a lot of things wrong over the years. I will publicly admit it. But right now, I'm not failing. Right now, I'm listening to feedback. I'm doing things that people want. I have all these positive improvements. You're going to tell me right now, with the way that I just played Neo, where I'm doing so much better now than ever before. When I lost to a boss that was easy for an hour, I fessed up and admitted my fucking mistakes for the first time, right? A major time when I said, wow, that was my fault. And I'm taking the criticism, and I'm seeing that this is how you don't play isn't necessarily a horrendous bad thing, and adopting it and letting people share their content with me and my channels and stuff. What the fuck? This is the best time right now I'm having, and now this happens. Fuck that. No way. No way am I letting it happen. I'll have more information for you shortly, I hope. But in the meantime, I need your help. Whatever you can do, whether it's suggestions, whether it's financial, whatever it is, please help out if you can. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.
I can't imagine how ginned up he has to get at night to fucking go to sleep. To be able to fall asleep with all this bullshit. And man, there's so much in that one. But one of the fucking main reasons that I can't stand his ass. Direct quote. Yeah, I've done a lot of things wrong over the years. I will publicly admit it. But right now, I'm not failing. Unquote. And then he goes on to list a lot of positive things about himself. And once again, he glosses over all his mistakes. But as soon as it's YouTube or trolls or the Kiwi farts or his MCM, his tax attorney, he can go on ranting and raving for 15 minutes. But when he covers his mistakes and talks about himself and his fuck-ups, he can cover that in 15 seconds. It's one of the main reasons I can't fucking stand his ass. And then one of the ways he listed that he's improving is he said he was fessing, and go back if you need to hear this. He's fessing up and admitting that it was his fault he couldn't beat the boss in Neo. This guy is in his mid-30s and is just now fessing up and admitting that it was his fault he couldn't beat the boss in a video game. Let that sink in. And then back at the beginning of it, he said, let's get through this. We need to get through this. You know, he's dressing it up like he's refusing to go away, refusing to give up. He's the underdog. And in reality, it's all because he's scared of getting a fucking job and dealing with anyone in real life. And the reason he's scared is because he knows he would get his ass handed to him as soon as he tried some of this fucking bullshit with somebody out in the real world. Motherfucker. And then my favorite part of it, and I saved this for the end. And that was the last clip for that video, but this is a direct quote. He said, "This is how you don't play isn't necessarily a bad thing, and that he needs to embrace it." Again, this video was from February of 2017. The last video I put out, part 1, was from September of 2017. And he said a bunch of dumb fucking kids ruined his business and tried to destroy him. So how is it not necessarily a bad thing in February of 2017 when you're begging for money? But then it was a terrible thing and almost put you out of business 7 months later when you're begging again for money. He's describing the same fucking shit that already happened in 2 totally different ways. At first it's not necessarily a bad thing and he needs to embrace it. And then 7 months down the line when he needs a new narrative and a new fucking story to spin, fucking kids ruined his business and fucked up his life. You see how this shit works? That Burn in Hell Burnell nickname is fucking perfect, man. Perfect. Garbage. Again, garbage, man. So now we're going to fast forward to Thanksgiving night of 2017. This is where he actually revealed the business and occupation tax, where part 1 he couldn't talk about. Now he's going to talk about it. And well, I think you already know what's coming. Let's see what we got.
Videos when you wore that shirt for the first time. Okay. CL Immons, or Clemens, I guess, subscribed to the channel for the 3rd month in a row and says, much love. I don't want to see you leave. I've been watching you since I'm 14. Now I'm 21. Crazy how time flies. Much love. Shout out to the Adam Lee. Excuse me. Shout out to the Adam Lee who did a 10-bit cheer. Says, glad you're still here. I'm going to be purchasing some new shirts and a mug for Christmas, and I'll be sharing it on Twitter. Yes, if you guys do get anything from my Teespring shop, send me pictures on Twitter. I will retweet and show everyone that the stuff is great. I mean, you know, like I said, we're actually building a positive community this year for the first time in years. There's positivity around me again. Let's keep it going. Shout out to the Adam Lee who did another 10-bit cheer. He says, still got hope for you despite your being on the edge. Keep up everything you do. Kitty Sprank did a 50-bit cheers. She said, downsize, save, and invest. All of your mothers tipped me $2. Thank you for that. Alice Telemon did a 50-bit cheers. Said, just when you think you've seen everything, right? Just when you think you've seen it. Like, they haven't fucked with me enough. They had to do this. Tyler JKU did subscribe to the channel for the second month in a row. And he said, here's some cash money. Thank you, Tyler. Darth Redovan Viking did a 103-bit cheer. He says, if you have business tax, don't you have a lot of deductibles? Yeah, the deductibles are gone, dude. That's what I mean. Like, they're already written off my federal taxes. I'm sure to some extent, like I said, I don't know the final total, but what I'm being told is that despite anything that's going to be written off, I'm still going to owe a lot of money. Shout out to Floyd Sucks, who tipped me $2. Shout out to Mujtaba, who did a 10-bit cheer. And says, kid, you prove it's not a business and not have to pay the 3 years of unpaid business tax. No, the point I'm making is, if my tax attorney from Connecticut did due diligence and did research, he would have found out that people who make certain kinds of money have to be registered as a business, and I probably was supposed to and didn't, and that's why I'm now responsible for this tax, and it's his fault, because if he had done that research up front, the day I moved here, I would have registered as a business and started paying the tax, and I didn't, and it's his fault.
All right, my bad, guys. I forgot to turn the noise cancellation on. I had my fucking AC on in the last clip, but so this one is Thanksgiving night 2017 Hate Live podcast part 3, special reveal, what's been going on behind the scenes. And, you know, he's told them about his business and occupation tax. Obviously, he's trying to fucking put the blame onto somebody else. But there's so much in that one. Let's go back to the beginning. Somebody cheers and says, I've been watching you since I was 14. Now I'm 21. You should probably be doing other things in your life at 21. Not watching Dark Side fucking Phil. At 21. Who are these people, man? Dude, when I was 21, I was out getting drunk. I was going to the club on the weekends. I was hanging with friends. I was doing all kinds of shit. Wouldn't have been fucking caught dead watching this fucking guy. That's for damn sure. And of course, DSP burps right in his fucking face. There's your 21st birthday present, idiot. Then Fearmonger Burnell comes out again. Direct quote. First time there's positivity around me in years, so we gotta keep it going. How many years in a row has he said this now? This sounds like something from like 2 or 3 days ago. Everything's positive now. Things are starting to come together. You guys are loving this. We just gotta keep it going. How many years in a row can we hear this shit? And it's not even us. These people are just so fucking dumb. And I think it was Atlas Telemon cheered and said, just when you think you've seen everything. And then Phil, oh yeah, just when you think you've seen everything. Like they haven't fucked with me enough. Now they do this. Nobody's doing this to you. You fucking did it to yourself. You should have looked into it when you moved, man. And did you like that little gem about tax deductibles? And this fucking idiot Vidar cheers and says, well, can't you just deduct a bunch of shit? Well, it's already been deducted on my federal taxes. Well, maybe that's where you were fucking up at, dude. Trying to skate on your federal taxes by deducting all your business shit when it's supposed to be for your business. There's no telling how fucked up this guy's taxes were. There's no fucking telling. Fucking Vidar. Nice question, idiot. Oh my god. These morons deserve each other. And if you go back and watch that answer when he gave it, he was like trying to fucking go in circles. He was flailing his arms all over the place. His eyes were bulging out. He was yelling. It probably fucking tells you that he was lying. Trying to blame it onto somebody else. He knows it was his fucking fault, man. And at the end of it, he gave the half-ass answer of, oh, I'm still going to owe a lot of money. his favorite fucking, what was Tevin used to say all the time, is one of his favorite phrases, a couple bucks or a lot of money, or just that, a big hearty meaty sandwich of money, whatever that fucking phrase was that one time. But go back and try to listen to those last 15 seconds again. What the fuck, man? Sounds like a child trying to get away with something and just making up a bunch of words. I don't know how you do it, Phil. I don't know how you fucking do it, buddy.
Thank you, Golden Colts, for a 200-bit cheer. I appreciate that. Phil is my daddy did a 10-bit cheer and says, Phil is the most realist motherfucker. Thank you, Phil is my daddy. The country of Afghanistan tipped me $50. Thank you, country of Afghanistan. Alice Telemann did a 50-bit cheer. He says, you'll overcome this. It's good that this service now instead of a few years later. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's good at service now, only a couple years or 3 years into it. Imagine if this was 10 years and now I get hit with a $40,000 tax bill or some shit, you know, some insane amount. That would have been world ending because I probably never would have paid it off ever in my life. At least now, because it happened now, there's at least, if I could raise enough money to pay it, or if I have to sell my house to pay it, at least I can pay it in some fucking way. If it was that much money, there's no way I would have ever paid it off. Okay, Astro Jet Boy did a 20-bit cheer and said, wow, what a story. It makes sense now. Sorry, dude, but it was worth the wait. Maybe it's time to start a new Patreon goal. New Patreon goal. $10,000. Pay off the back taxes I got fucked on because my tax attorney's a fucking asshole. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to hit that one. Sensational Media just tipped me $2 and says, meanwhile, at Sheckelstein's office, and he put up a picture or something. I'm not going to click that. Young Guap Fresh did a 100-bit cheer. He says, this sucks. What the hell? Yeah, I agree. Persona 3 Master subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Persona 3 Master. That Anana Bear did a 10-bit cheer and said, health stuff, that's awful. Which body part? I told you. I'm not going to get into it. If and when I need to, I'll let you guys know.
Hey, that Anani Bear. What's up? But health stuff, I won't get into it. If and when I need to, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I bet you will, motherfucker. And this is the beauty of it. When you feign distress, it usually comes back to you in the end. And feigning distress about health issues like that, gee, Phil, I don't see how that's going to possibly backfire on you at all, buddy. Good luck with that one, motherfucker. Back to the beginning. The country of Afghanistan tipped $50. So big ups to the Tally Bros. They were showing some support even back then. Phil and the Tally Bros. Fucking, that's a team right there. And then Atlas Telemann again. This dude is probably one of the dumbest pay pigs. I did cover him in To Catch a Pay Pig. I thought Swaggins was the worst one. Atlas Telemann might be the fucking worst of them all. Worse than Swaggins. Worse than that 3-letter bitch. He's been falling for this shit for... Look at this motherfucker. Shut up back there. He's been falling for this shit for 13 years now. 13 years and he's still believing it. Can't imagine how much money he's dumped into Phil in his lifetime. And then another direct quote. New Patreon goal of $10,000 to pay off the back taxes that I got fucked on because my tax attorney's an asshole. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to hit that one. Unquote. Who talks like this? Who looks up to the heavens and says shit like that? Stupid people. There's your fucking answer right there. Stupid people. I love that feigning distress at the end. It is going to come back to you, Bud Tay.
Pissing Demon subscribed to the channel for the second month in a row. Thank you, Pissing Demon. He says, this sucks, Phil. I hope your old town... I'm not going to say that. That's messed up. Alice Telemann did a 50-bit cheer. He said, TS Positivity. Golden Colts did a 400-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. A pimp-ass bitch tipped me $100. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Why? Oh, a troll. Troll tip of $2, so I ignore you. Astro Jet Boy did a 10-bit cheer. He says, does it feel a little better getting it off your chest? It does. You know it does. Even though I know saying this and getting this off my chest isn't going to help anything. Now it's hot in here, by the way. That's why I'm opening the door again. Even though I know it's not going to, it might not make anything better. It's better at least get it off. Now you guys know what I'm going through. You guys understand what's happening, you know. You understand why some nights I can't fucking sleep. I'm like, am I close to the last night in my house? This is bullshit, you know. But it does feel a little better to finally get it off my chest now that you guys know what's going on. Although I couldn't, again, the health thing, I can't reveal everything. At least now you know partially what's going on. Persona 3 Master did a 100-bit cheer. He says, mistakes were made from you and those around you, but stay strong. Things can get better after this hurdle. I hope so, man, because I'll be honest, this is the biggest one so far. And I've been through every fucking hurdle. I hope I can get through this one. I really do, you know. I'm going to need your guys' help. I really am. I'm going to need your support morally, everything. I need it. Just, you know, like I said, if we can build a positive community again, how it used to be, I can get through this. But I have to get through this. Okay, I have to. There's people who depend on me. There's people who, they find me, I mean, I believe, as an inspiration. I've been doing this for 10 years, and every possible fucking thing that's been thrown at me, I've found a way to get through. I've got to find a fucking way to get through this. I have to. Okay? Alice Telemon did another 70-bit cheer. He says, the 10-year anniversary hype, 2018 will be your year. I hope so. I hope that it starts off better than this fucking year did, man. Phil's my daddy did a 10-bit cheer. He said, let's buy a lottery ticket this week. I buy a lottery ticket every week. Once a week, I buy a lottery ticket just in case. Because, hey, that $1 or $2 a week, maybe one day, right? Fuck, man. And honestly, and I'll be real with everyone. If I ever hit the lotto, you know, first thing I would do, turn off Patreon, turn off cheering, tipping. I don't need your money. I'm here to have fun. And I would not stop making streams. I would still be here. I would still be here because I love it. I love doing this. I love doing this. I love streaming. I love talking to you guys. I love gaming. I did it as a hobby before I did it as a job. I'm here because I love what I fucking do. Not this. And that's why all this is so bad.
Motherfucking X to doubt all that bullshit. Woo. Damn. All the way back to the beginning. A pimp ass bitch tipped $100. Sounds like some dumbass named Swaggins would call himself. Fucking loser. And I miss those 10 bitch heres. 10 fucking cents all the time. People just throwing 10 cents at him. I miss those. And then here we go with some direct quotes. Now you guys understand what I'm going through. Why I can't sleep. Am I close to the last night in my house? And the Oscar for feigning distress goes to Dave Bennett, the king of suffering. Fucking health thing again, too. And then one of my favorite parts of the whole fucking video, somebody cheers and says, mistakes were made by you and those around you. Mistakes were made by you and those around you. And what does DSP say to that? Direct quote. I hope so, man, because I'll be honest, this is the biggest one so far. And I've been through every fucking hurdle. I hope I can get through this one. I really do. I'm going to need your guys' support. Morally, everything. I'm going to need it. Phil, the guy said mistakes were made by you and those around you, and that was your fucking response to that. He's not even listening to what these people are saying. He is so fucking just... He just needs that money. He really does. He needs that money. He's not even paying attention, man. It's unbelievable. He takes no responsibility, no accountability. It's more of just, we have to get through this. And then there's that lottery ticket gem in there every week, huh? Motherfucker, instead of mobile games, you should have been spending that money on lotto tickets. Fucking idiot. And then the best part of it all. If he hits the lotto, he's going to turn off Patreon, turn off tipping and cheering, and he would still be here every day for you guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm appalled right now at what he just fucking said to me. Motherfucking X.
And that's why all this is so bad. Shout out to Marco563 who subscribed to the channel. Coverus just did a 20-bit cheer. He says, Scuba Dealer says I sexually harassed him in the stream. Good for him. High-tech specs, excuse me, did a 200-bit cheer. He said, hope everything works out. I went through something similar because of a family member not paying rent, unbeknownst to me, and I had to move. Best of luck. That's terrible, especially if it's a family member. Shout out to King Gokin, who just subscribed to the channel for the 11th month in a row. He says, I hope everything works out for you in the end. IRS came for DSP, did a 16-bit cheer, said, it's okay, Phil, we love you. Zach tipped me $2, said, bring back Cooking with the King. Oh, please. The Cooking with the King harassment continues. YOLO Dauber did a 10-bit cheer. He said, didn't you research what that Washington takes business tax. That's pretty much like your state tax in Connecticut. Dude, I am not a tax attorney. I am not a tax attorney. I had a tax attorney who I paid to do that for me to make sure I'm doing it right. Why would I then go and research it myself too? That's the point. That's why you pay someone like that lots of money to do the right thing.
I love it. I love it. He was paying someone a lot of money and they still fucked him over. Allegedly. That doesn't sum up Phil Burnell. I don't know what does. Motherfucker buys a BMW, never changes the oil on it. He's probably racked up $100K in mobile games during his entire life at this point. And look at him now. Destitute. Pays some guy a bunch of money to do his taxes, again, allegedly, and moves across the country and doesn't even bother to check anything. I love it. Back to the beginning. Somebody cheers and says they went through something similar with a family member. And then Phil, oh, that's terrible, especially if it's a family member. You don't give a fuck about your family, Phil. Get the fuck out of here. And then King Goken fucking makes an appearance there. Hey, go fuck yourself, King Goken. Punk ass bitch. And somebody cheers and says, bring back Cooking with the King. And he just, he shakes his head and puts his hand in his head. Or puts his head in his hand. And they've been asking you for over 4 years now to bring this shit back. He's asking them for money constantly. They're asking him to do something. But he just won't do it. He can't be bothered to fucking do it. Let that sink in. He's begging them for money. They're asking him to do something for the money and he won't do it, but he still expects them to pay up. Again, you got these dumbasses that will do it anyways. They deserve each other. They fucking deserve each other and I love it. I hope every single one of them goes bankrupt. Fuck them all at this point. Fuck them.
Orange Juice did a 20-bit cheers. Let's hope all goes well. Woobeg just did a 50-bit cheers. He says, this is why I have trust issues. I know. How the fuck do I trust anyone ever again? Even the people I'm paying to do the right thing don't do the right thing. I got another 20-bit cheer for the IRS came for DSP. I got another 18-bit cheer. He says, I am the IRS. I will forgive your taxes. The IRS doesn't, I don't owe the IRS any money. That's not the IRS. Your bully, your what? Your Bull Tyrone did a 30-bit cheer and said, Fappy Wanks Giving. Oh my god. Scoopula just did a 10-bit cheer. It says, try to stay positive. Some of us have been in similar situations and we understand. Thank you for that. Warren X6 just did a 50-bit cheer. It said, DSP, you should call your local state government. And, it was a troll and I didn't read it. So there you go. Thanks for the troll cheer. Golden Colts just did a 845-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. All of your mothers just tipped me $100. Thank you, guys. Fuck. Thank you. Wow. It's still going. I can't stop. You guys keep going. This is amazing. War Knights just did a 10-bit cheer. He says, have a turkeyless day. Are you cooking bird? I'm going to show you what I'm eating soon. Astro Jetboy did a 10-bit cheer. And what did he say? Really, you, me? He says, maybe you're the modern job, and in the end, you're doing a boss in the end. I'm confused. Callow Nord did a 50-bit cheer. He says, good luck. I've been watching since 2009. It would suck to see you have to stop. Ben Boxer did a 50-bit cheer and says, solution. I'm not reading this. That's not funny. How dare you? I got another 26-bit cheer from IRS came for DSP. Babyman Gaming did a 50-bit cheer. Varammer did a 10-bit cheer. Phil is my daddy did another 10-bit cheer and asked if I would move to Vancouver. Dude, I can't afford to move anywhere. That's my problem. Even if I sell the house, I don't know how I'm going to afford it. Babyman Gaming did a 50-bit cheer. Tynel did a 15-bit cheer. And he says, just got into the stream after spending time with family. Happy Thanksgiving, Phil. Thank you, Tynel. And Pimp Kings just did a 2.
That's so fucking sad, man. It's so sad. Somebody at the end reminds him about Turkey Day and his Thanksgiving, and they just got home from spending time with family, and they feel sorry for him. It's so fucking sad to think about. The rest of us were with our families or our loved ones that night, or we were doing something on Thanksgiving. And what is he doing on Thanksgiving night? Sitting there on a couch by himself, looking like shit, begging to a camera, not to real people even, not even on the street, begging to real people, to a camera of fucking losers that are on the other side of that camera. And he's sitting there feigning distress. Because a few days after this is when he revealed the whore. And she had probably been in multiple times by that point. Multiple. And he's sitting there just crying about money and feigning distress. And on Thanksgiving night. It's perfection. I hate to be an asshole, but it's perfection. Baby Man Gaming came in at the end there. Hey, fuck yourself too. Back to the beginning. Somebody cheers and says they have trust issues. And then he says, this is a direct quote. How the fuck do I ever trust anyone ever again? Even the people I'm paying don't do the right thing. Yes, Phil. How can you ever trust anyone again? Even the people you're paying don't do the right thing. Does 14 credit cards ring a fucking bell? 2 mortgages? How many loans? And how much of that did you pay back? You piece of shit. But you can't trust anyone else. And then your bull Tyrone predicting the fucking future. Hey, Kat. I think your guy was there predicting the future for you. Then another one. He starts to read the cheer. And then he says it was a troll cheer. And then he says, I didn't read it. And throws up his hands in victory. Go back and watch it if you need to. He threw up his hands in victory because he didn't read a troll cheer. Then Golden Colts comes in. I wonder how much Golden Colts has wasted in his fucking life. Again, he deserves to go bankrupt as well. Just a rough estimate guess. Put down in the comments how much you think Golden Colts has wasted in his fucking life on DSP. I'm curious to know this. I mean, it kind of makes me happy to think about, but still. Shit ton of money that Golden Colts will never see again that went straight to Scopely a Bay. Woo. Next clip.
Did a 240-bit cheer. It says Washington 2008, good luck, man. And that Anana Bear just did a 10-bit cheer. Folks, my voice is shot. Thank you for all your contributions. Orange Juice did another 10-bit cheer. I gotta stop because my voice is shot. I gotta take a break. I got 2 hours to upload these videos. And then, oh my God, he's got another $100 tip from the king. He says, stay strong. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Fuck. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so tired, but I'm happy that I got off my chest and you guys are being supportive. And, you know, thank you, guys. Wow. Thank you. 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 If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it. Okay, I seriously would do it. Thank you to Haseo for a 10-bit cheer. Thank you to Game Master for a 25-bit cheer. Thank you to Darude Boy for a 199-bit cheer. Thank you to El Pelacuous for a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, everybody. Darude Boy is asking if he should play Tekken 7, Nier Automata, or Injustice 2 first. I would say Tekken 7. And then maybe Nier Automata and Injustice last. I don't know. Thank you to Persona 3 Master who did a 100-bit cheer. Oh, man. He says, Black Friday is almost here. Sell some of your old signed games. I'm not even going to get into that because there's too many troll people when I was trying to sell stuff. Thank you to Smart Weirdo for a 2,500-bit cheer. He says, bro, you should have become a stripper. They make $500 a day. Yeah, I know. Thank you to Lols2 Pro who did a 35-bit cheer. Thank you to Ratchafan who did a $3 tip. Thank you to Stunted who just did a 2,500-bit cheer. Holy crap. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome, but I seriously need to take the stream down so I could get my voice up to snuff, upload these videos, and then, you know, and then get to, I gotta make dinner too. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I gotta get out of here, but I'll be back tonight. I'll be back between 7:30 and 8 p.m. with a stream of Need for Speed Payback. So come on back and have some fun with me gaming tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow's Black Friday. I'll be gaming all day. All right, everyone? Thank you very much. Oh, my God. Fluffy Shits just tipped me $100. Thank you, everyone. I seriously got to get going. Who? Negate just tipped me $10. Says Happy Thanksgiving, Phil. Thank you, everyone. I'm turning the stream off now. Hopefully, I'll see you tonight for Need for Speed. Peace out, everyone. And thank you, Ornites, for a final 20-bit cheer. And thank you, Astro Jet Boy, for a final 10-bit cheer. Thanks. God damn, I hope I can get through this. Thank you, everybody.
Unbelievable. All that money rolling in just because he's feigning distress. And I love that fake ass reaction at the end there. Like he was about to lose his house that fucking second. And what ended up happening? Absolutely nothing. He robbed those fucking morons blind. Some of them literally. Isn't it Shawn Michaels? Let's go back to the beginning of it. His voice is shot. He might need another vacation to rest his voice. Fly a whore in and have a staycation. But tell everybody he just needs to rest his voice. Then just $100 tip after $100 tip rolling in. And you see how relieved he is. You deserve this life, man. If money's the only thing that can get that reaction out of you, you deserve this fucking life, buddy. I say it all the time, but it's true, man. And there it is. You should get down on your hands and knees like the fucking beggar that you are. I love it. I love it. Got an extended Y pose in that bitch. And then somebody suggested that he sell some of his old signed games. You know, something like these fucking dumbasses like Atlas Telemon and Golden Colts and Jack's dumbass would overpay for. And what's his answer? Of course, no. Because of trolls. Can't lift a fucking finger, man. And why should he? You know, he basically owns these fucking idiots anyways. He rings a bell and they all come running with their wallets and their disability checks and sell some of your old signed games, and he can't even do that. He just wants the money. It's my money and I need the money. Motherfucker. He makes a ton of excuses of why he can't stick around at the end there. Meanwhile, his whore was probably waiting downstairs for some expensive DoorDash and sushi and Burger King and... Oh my god. So, anyways, that's the last clip for this one. Pick out something new for part 3. Probably go to 2018. I still got plenty of shit written down. So, there's plenty more to come. Don't worry. And like I said, man, I'm on the fucking grind. I'm going to keep this shit up. I'm not stopping. But I think that one was pretty good. And a quick shout out to MetaPH. I told him I would include this before and I forgot a couple of times. So I'm sorry about that, man. But he put a definition into Urban Dictionary and somehow it made its way over to fucking actual dictionary website. But the term was take a sip. I don't know how it made it over here. If he put it over here as well or somebody else copied it, but take a sip is a synonym for take an L that is sometimes used by DSP restream viewers and people who leave comments on detractor videos. It was first said by the Twitch streamer Almighty Tevin in his second video, DSP Tries It, threats, doxing, calling people sociopaths, some bullshit reaction featuring Tevin C. He didn't originally intend for it to be used like that. And using it in a sentence. The pig says, detractors can submit a copyright claim against me and it will go through regardless if they have a legal leg to stand on or not. Then Tevin reacted, just like what Panda Lee did to me. Shut the fuck up. Phil takes his drink and then he says, you better take a sip, you sleazy asshole. That's an all-time favorite of ours. I'll probably include that clip at some point. Maybe in the next one, but shout out to MetaPH, and as you can see, you got some fucking thumbs up there too, so a few thumbs down. We'll just assume it was Phil and KG, his little dick riders, and Madara, and these fucking bootlickers. Fuck them all. We're going to close it out with Going Back in Time. I'll see y'all for part 3 very, very soon. If anybody wants to send a contribution or anything like that through PayPal, much appreciated. I don't think I'm going to premiere this one. I'm just going to put it up when it's done. Outside of that, I will see y'all for part 3. Let's fucking go.
What the fuck? I went back in time. We're going back.